Thanks for finding us on YouTube. I'm meteorologist John Dawson. This is the Fox 26 Tropical Update. And let's sort of just remember that we like things quiet in the Atlantic because that's exactly what we can enjoy, at least for now. The National Hurricane Center putting out that message that we love to see. No new tropical cyclones expected over the next 5 days. There is a little bit of activity here or there with a tropical wave worth watching. There's one sort of in the central southern portions of the Atlantic, out a little further, closer to the African coast, mixing in with some of that Saharan dust is another tropical wave, sort of more or less in the Puerto Rico part of the Caribbean. There's another one that's sort of creating some showers and storms. But overall, things remain fairly quiet in the Atlantic. But when we look out into the Pacific, we're still tracking Bonnie. Bonnie was that storm that actually started in the Atlantic, crossed over after making a landfall in Nicaragua, and then became a major hurricane yesterday, and now backing down a little bit on those maximum sustained winds at 105 miles an hour now, the current, and that is a Category 2 hurricane. Minimum, the pressure though is still below 1,000 quite a bit, so still fairly strong as far as the pressure is concerned, but when it's continuing to move out into the Pacific, we'll see this storm slowly sort of falling apart just a little bit. And you can also see on the satellite imagery, overall, most of the rain that's associated with this storm is staying away from at least direct impacts to the Mexico west coast. But as we talked about, it's beginning to lose some of its organization and just strength in general. This is actually the 5-day cone from the National Hurricane Center, and you'll notice there's only 4 days that it's expected to still be possibly even a tropical system. So Category 1 today. On Thursday, we'll look at this at being a Category 2 today, Category 1 tomorrow, and then when we get into Friday, probably going to be a tropical storm, and then even falling apart more as we move a little further. So just a quick kind of reminder again on those names. Bonnie is not on the Pacific names for this year. Bonnie was that storm. It started in the Atlantic, and because it kept its tropical characteristics for the entire time that it moved across Central America, it kept its name and it wasn't given another name. So the names that have been used so far, the A, B, and C, and we'll look at Darby, the D name, being the next one on the list for the Pacific. Again, remember, the Atlantic uses a different set of names, and so that's not really impacting the names over on the Atlantic side of things. Glad you're following us here on YouTube, or you found us. I hope you're following me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook as well. I'm at John Dawson, Fox 26. Always want to make sure that you, especially if you're in the Houston area, to get the Fox 26 weather app. Now, the Fox 26 weather app does work outside of the Houston area, but we really want, again, our viewers here locally to be ready when some of those showers and storms are popping up, and that FOXRAD Storm Seeker radar will definitely help you do that. Plus, it does have all the tropical information on it as it comes out of the National Hurricane Center. Thanks for clicking today. We'll be back tomorrow every day a little bit after 4 p.m. Central Time with our next update.